Yo, 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 yo. What's up, y'all?
What's cracking?
It's happening. Shit. It's the Always Talking Shit show. We back in session once again. It's your boy Doc on.
Go ahead, man.
Man, it's your boy D in the building, man. How you guys doing tonight?
And man, it's your boy Akeem. You know how it is, man. It's been a rough week. It's been a rough week, man. But we out here, man. Moving and grooving.
Respect.
Moving and grooving.
Had to fucking celebrate my 33rd yesterday, you know.
Your birthday was yesterday,
Yeah, my
nigga?
birthday was yesterday, man.
Fuck, really?
33rd
So
birthday,
you
man.
All right, happy birthday, man. I ain't know that. I know. You know what? This is bad to be actually going through on the show. You know, it's gonna make us look like we don't know each other.
No, you know what?
But it's cool,
no,
though,
they
'cause
realize it because we've
I'm
been
not saying
explaining
shit to this
before.
nigga because I said it yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't know.
This nigga ain't gonna get an extra day of birthday love out of me.
No, I'm not.
I'm fucking with you,
Fuck
man.
you, first of all. It ain't even about that.
Happy belated birthday, man.
Appreciate it.
Wish you long life and prosperity, my nigga.
Man, it's
Hey,
it's fucked
I'm
up.
saying right now, you ain't never got a birthday wish, nigga, until my nigga Dio hit you on the text, nigga, in the morning on your birthday.
Hit you with a hot one.
Bro, I got a message from this cat I'll never get rid of.
Oh, it was one of the,
I'm
okay,
feeling
it was
bad.
one of those, right?
If one of these young bad tenderonis
Break your heart.
I'm going right back to that, nigga.
Message.
Nigga, if I feel bad about myself, nigga, hold on, man. Let me read my shit. You right, Dio. That is me.
My man sent me.
You know what I mean? Everybody needed respect.
What's up, man?
Nah,
Happy
because
birthday.
hold on, Dio. Don't feel bad. You know what's fucked up? I've known this nigga for years, and I can't for the life remember his birthday right now.
And I ain't telling. I'm like a female, nigga.
I
try to keep my shit on the low.
it's like in December.
No.
May?
Which is crazy.
Okay,
I was gonna say,
hold on,
see,
May.
I've only known him for what, 2 years?
Hey, man.
Hold on. All right, wait. I bet I get it. Let me see.
This shit is
Something-
I think it's May 11th if I'm not tripping.
I was
my guy.
gonna say May 15th.
My guy.
May 11th.
So the thing about me is I'm very good with birthdays. I don't forget them. Once I know your birthday is ingrained.
He's good
in my
with
brain.
numbers too, though.
Yeah, I'm
So,
very
like,
good with numbers.
You don't need the thing. You told him once.
Oh,
You don't need that.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm good with a memory of numbers. I'm not good with like math and shit though.
I'm bad with
nigga.
math too. No, I'm not good with math, bro. I hate math.
If it don't got to do with money, leave me
I
the
hate
fuck
the
out
people
of it.
who created math.
Hey,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying?
That Common Core shit
But
that they
I'm good with
studying now?
numbers though. I can remember numbers very well.
And see, that comes in handy if a nigga ever goes, knock on wood. If a nigga ever goes to jail, because the worst thing in life is when you can't remember none of the numbers
No.
in
That's
your
how I know.
phone.
It's been, not to tell all my business, but they're phone friendly now.
Are they?
Yeah, bro. They actually have a part of the process where they literally like let you
check your phone,
give you a piece
get
of
you a couple numbers.
Because back in the day, nigga, it was like, hey, nigga, book that. That's part of
Reno
that, yeah.
don't do none of that shit still. You still going
fuck
to
y'all.
jail bare, nigga, and better hope you know somebody's phone number.
Hey, shout out to my guy, brother Dex. I almost put this nigga number out on blast, but it's the easiest number, and he knows, nigga.
That's how my mom shit is.
He knows. If I ever, that's my lifeline. That nigga better not ever change his number. I'm gonna feel disrespected.
Hey, my fiance got the easiest number too, so not that I'm ever gonna need it for that purpose, but
Right.
You never know what purpose you're gonna need that shit.
Nigga, lose your phone.
Yeah.
Right
oh
now.
shit, talking about purposes for needing phone numbers, right? So I went out today, took my daughter with me, we in the Aldi, so we went and got some gas, and then we went to the gas station.
Hold on, he part of Audi gang too?
Yeah.
And then,
Audi gang. Audi gang.
So we went to the gas station. I was gonna wash the car. I get out the car, go in the store to get the car wash. The girl done came out her car seat and pushed some type of button in the car to the point where my key is not unlocking the car. So now she's in the car is on, AC is on, which I'm glad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And then, so I'm like, oh, but my phone is in the car too. the only thing I'm glad is I had the key with me, but then I'm like, the key is fucking useless.
Because it don't
it's
got
no, there's no key.
Yeah, I know. It's
and
just
I'm pushing,
thing,
I'm
yeah.
pushing on lock. I'm pushing on lock. The shit is not unlocking. I'm panicking like, God, what am I gonna do? So I go back into the store. I'm like, yo, can I use y'all's phone? They're like, yeah. So I go outside, dial the wife's number, like. And she's not picking up because I'm sure she's looking like, what the fuck number is calling?
Of course not, nigga. Like, I'm off today.
Bro, the whole time.
Nurse,
Listen,
I'm off today.
The whole time I'm standing in the parking lot, looking into this Audi, talking to baby girl, and all she's doing is laughing at me, coming to the front, running back to the back, laughing.
They don't know no better. They think it's a game. They think they're playing peekaboo.
Yeah,
like dad playing.
And I'm trying to think in my
Playing
head,
peekaboo.
like, what can I do differently to make this girl feel like there's a serious situation?
Nothing, nigga.
Nah, because if you panic her, she gonna cry, and there's a meltdown in the car. Then it's like, oh, ain't nothing.
Hey,
getting
you
done.
know what happened? I know somebody, and I'm in my head like, God, please don't let nobody call the police because I do not need none of that shit right now.
My God.
Bro, so I'm in the parking lot screaming at the car, hey, stop, just push a button.
the button.
Push a button.
Push the goddamn button.
What did you push? Why
Right.
is my door now unlocked?
Yeah, because now I want to know what
Shit,
safety feature the Audi got
Right,
in it that if
right.
you press a certain series of buttons, my shit ain't gonna
yes,
unlock
the
no
remote.
more.
So
Yeah, I
what?
need to know that.
So I called the wife. The wife is like, I don't know how to help you. You know.
She don't know what to do.
So she's like, well, she's trying to describe shit. I'm like, don't describe nothing because I can't even get in the car. So as I'm talking to her on the phone, baby girl comes back to the front and she's standing on the passenger side laughing at me, and she just happened to push and she put the window down. And I'm like, oh shit, thank you. I'm like, babe, never mind. She put the window. She put the window
She
down.
hit the right. She hit the button.
So you know what she did? I do not know. So in the Audi, under the steering wheel, there's like this key. There's this key. You know, it's just a key, and it's on the side. And I guess if you push that key, it locks you in.
Oh, for safety. No, that makes sense.
You know,
Because if you run in tripping or you got a crazy motherfucker that got your keys, nigga, and you jump in the car, nigga, he gonna be
yeah.
like,
So I guess babe looked in the manual and she was like, okay, so when you get back in the car and just look under the steering wheel, there's this key thing. All you have to do is push it, and then it disables. You know,
crazy.
So man, it was a wild morning,
and
bro.
of course she's gonna hit that key.
Yeah, we don't know where the keys at.
Out
Of
of every
course,
fucking button.
the baby is gonna find where the special key to lock yourself in the
And
car
you,
is.
you know that shit where you start looking at yourself like, I was in this store for 30 seconds. Like, really? There was literally no line. Hey, can I get a car wash? Got the car wash, went back out. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So, the
What
driver
they say?
door, no.
What they say in a New York minute, everything
New York
can change,
minute, bro.
man. Everything can change in a New York
Listen,
minute.
I'm walking all around the car, pulling the doors, and I'm sure people looking at me like, what the fuck is
Looking at
this
it like
nigga
he's stealing
doing?
some shit.
You know, so I go to the car wash, I wash the car, and as soon as I'm coming out the car wash, the car's drying. Guess who comes rolling by?
The cops.
The cop.
And they get to looking at
Yeah.
me. So
somebody probably did hit him up
Somebody
and was
probably
like,
said
yes, I
something.
think it's something going on.
so
There's a black man out
He
here.
has a little kid locked in a car.
no,
opening-
not
trying
even
to
that,
open the
because I'm
car
sure they
doors.
didn't even know that. They probably like, there's an orange Audi out here, and there's a dude walking around. They pulling the doors. We don't know
Right.
what he's doing.
It's a black Ira Dreads.
Right?
Yeah, man, I think he's trying to.
Listen, they get to
come
staring.
back to
I'm
that.
sitting in the
it.
car. You know, the car guy is wiping the car down, and they're just staring at me.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stare right back at you. So I'm just looking at him like, what's up? Did somebody tell y'all something?
Right.
I don't need no help. I'm good.
Right, what's going on?
Hey, speaking of staring at motherfuckers, is it just me or is it like niggas in Vegas got a fucking staring problem?
It's
You
probably
mean
just
in
you.
traffic?
Is it just me?
You know why? Because I don't be paying attention.
Are you
to
talking
niggas
about
at
in
all.
traffic?
Well, in
I'm talking
traffic,
about just in
motherfuckers do be
general.
looking.
Like a motherfucker could fuck up in traffic and gonna look at you like you did something wrong.
Oh, that's a fact.
Like nigga, how you almost pull out in front of me and look at me like I'm crazy, nigga?
No, but you know one thing that I noticed in Vegas about y'all driving? I said,
Oh,
yeah, because
yeah,
I'm new. to
Oh,
this.
I've only been here for 2 months.
You've
so
been driving
it
enough.
ain't y'all over here.
You've been
I
driving,
just
nigga.
became
We
a
all
citizen
live
of Las Vegas or a
Listen,
resident.
you guys do not stop for shit. When you see a stop sign, y'all just want to pull right through like,
See,
bro.
he love just putting shit on us like
Are you
that.
serious?
It's always your boy. It's
Oh.
y'all drivers. I've been
Hey,
here for 2
you know
months.
what? Talk about your boy.
I told you why, man.
See,
Talk
I
about-
told you he was gonna do it today
Listen,
too.
talk about your
It's
boy.
your boy.
You want to know what's funny?
It's
I
your
was
boy.
watching the first episode, and I said that exact word.
I know. That's
You've
what we're
been
talking
saying
about.
it ever since we
That's
started.
what you've been
That's
on
why
this
we
whole
said
time.
something.
Like, yo,
I was
hold on,
"Nigga,
nigga.
You don't quit, but let's
Relax.
have to be the resident Trump supporters of the Always Talking Shit show because we don't rep that nigga at all.
Well, yeah, I was laughing because I was watching the episodes today as I was working.
He's like, let me see if I really be
was
saying
laughing
your
my
boy
ass
every
off.
time.
Like, oh hell no! I've been saying
That's
your boy
your
to
mans.
this guy.
No, that's facts.
Your man.
That's facts. But since we in the building, man, you said it. You said it.
Skip.
Segue.
Hey, man. Shout out to the Denver Nuggets, man, for doing what the real ones knew what they was capable of doing. I didn't call a 3-1 comeback initially, but I'm gonna tell you right now, man.
I don't mean to cut you off, but you was the nigga that called that the Denver Nuggets was gonna win. No, you
Right,
might not have
like,
called a 3-1,
that's what I'm saying.
but
I'm
from
like,
the
bruh,
start of that shit, you told me,
it's just-
watch, Denver gonna beat these soft ass niggas.
Dog, it's just something about, man, intestinal fortitude. Like, you either have it or you don't. I don't care what commercial campaign. Oh, Kawhi is a cyborg. I'm like, bro, I'm old enough to remember when he won his first MVP, and everybody was shocked. It was the equivalent of the Andre Iguodala MVP.
Right.
And then I'm old enough to remember that the Toronto Raptors had been going to the conference finals every year for the last few years, and the only person they couldn't get past was a LeBron James. And guess what? LeBron James wasn't in the East no more, right? And then so they replaced their all-star with another all-star. I feel like DeMar DeRozan probably could have got him over the hump had he stayed, because the one person that was stopping them was LeBron, and LeBron wasn't there no more.
Yeah, we didn't get to see the next year of
Right.
DeMar DeRozan to
Right.
see if he was going to
So
get
then,
him over
okay,
the hump.
so that's cool. Kawhi comes. I watched the playoffs. I watched those finals. I watched the NBA and the 2-minute report say that Kawhi's game-winning shot in the conference finals didn't even count, technically. Yeah, it was travel. So that's here and there, and here and there. You know, neither here or there. We're not worried about that. We're not going to nitpick. Kawhi is a good player. But
He's not the greatest player in the fucking
come
world,
on,
though.
son. Like, they just start gassing this kid up. And then, like, I started looking at it. I'm like, okay, well, is he that great of a defender?
You mean just like the gas LeBron up when they first got in the league?
Hold on.
Nah, nigga.
Wait, how did they
Nah,
ever
hold on,
get...
stop.
No,
We're not.
wait,
Don't let
can
that
I
nigga
do
side.
this?
No, we're gonna
wait,
get there.
'cause
No,
you know I
I'm
was
not
never-
finished yet.
I-
No.
Yeah,
We're not.
My bad. Yeah,
No,
go
I'm gonna
ahead.
finish,
Nick,
and then we're gonna deal with that silly blasphemous
'Cause let me take
comment.
that part,
Yeah,
because
we
you know
both
me, I
getting
was
his ass.
never-
You mean how
I
LeBron
wasn't
bigged
a
himself
LeBron fan
up
at
before
first.
he
We
started
both
calling
getting his
himself
ass.
the king and all that
We both.
shit?
So when a 16-year-old says something, nigga, y'all didn't have to report it.
Not at all.
He was 16. That's all I'm saying. But we're not.
Clowning
Don't
niggas.
get me off that, right? Because we gonna get into the difference between LeBron and a lot of these cats today. You feel me? And a lot of these cats that he's paired with. It's about being a manufactured star. We see this shit a lot with hip hop culture. Like, and you know what I'm saying? We see them manufactured stars around us all the time, and I just feel like no shit on Kawhi and Paul George. Those are great basketball players, but they're not cut from that same cloth. There's levels to this. You know what I'm saying?
Is Kawhi a great basketball player? Because let's keep it real.
He's a great basketball player
Nah,
because he's in the
hold
NBA.
on.
I'm just telling you why I said that.
Okay, well,
That's my bar.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
my
because
bar.
everybody cannot
That's
be
my bar.
a starting
That's all
NBA
I was saying.
player.
He's an
You're
NBA
right.
player.
But
He's won an
here's my
MVP
thing,
of the finals.
okay, he won an MVP. How? But did he do the greatest things in the MVP of the finals? Never won a season
No.
MVP.
No, I didn't.
Never won a scoring title.
No,
Let's
right.
talk about
slow down.
how
You running through him.
My bad.
Slow down.
My
Massage
bad.
that. Massage
Let's
that.
talk about, like, how do you absolutely choke in a game 7, but you're continuously compared to LeBron James?
When they'll
LeBron
bring up
James
Dallas,
isn't gonna go 4 for
they're gonna
fucking
bring up
16
Dallas.
in
Hold
a
on,
game 7.
Hold on. They bring up the Dallas series, right? Okay, let's say if you agree with that, LeBron choked in the Dallas series. That was in the finals for the chip. That wasn't in
it wasn't in the semifinals.
That wasn't
of
in
the
the
Western
second
Conference.
round to a team that nobody had picked going to the conference or contending for a championship, to a team with no collective conference championship or championship experience, to a team with basically all the contributors are 25 and under. All I heard was Paul George and Kawhi Leonard were going to dominate LeBron and the Lakers because they were the greatest defensive wing tandem since the Bulls. Since Michael Jordan's Bulls. That's all they kept saying.
Fuck was that at yesterday?
And I just watched a kid get his confidence and end them with a 40 piece.
I mean, when you watch that game
It looked bad,
yesterday,
bro.
you can just tell that them niggas were going to lose. You know, the way they played, their energy, they were
cocky,
just off.
fam. And I'm like, we were saying
off.
it. Like, how are y'all cocky
crazy.
and y'all never won anything?
You know, and niggas better take notice of that boy Jamal Murray, man. That boy is
The real one.
Nah,
bad.
niggas,
we already knew.
Niggas have known about Jamal Murray. This is just a year where he's showing that in a motherfucking do or die situation, he gonna do and not
This is
die.
the year
around
that
this
it lined up
motherfucker.
for him to have the stage against a Paul George, against a Kawhi Leonard, where you can't
it
take
ain't
nothing
just
away
that.
from him.
He came back from 2-3-1. Not just him.
3.
He came back from 2-3-1.
3.
3 this year?
3. They came back from 3.
No, because it's
3-1.
only 2. It's only been 2 series. It can't be 3 yet.
Oh, yeah,
It's
I'm bugging.
Yeah, you're tripping.
No, you know what I'm thinking of? Last year.
Oh,
I guess they
so
did
they
it like that.
came through 2-3-1 series deficits this year, and like I said, I would say Jamal Murray is a better player than Kawhi Leonard and Paul George in this playoff run. Because he showed that he can put a whole fucking team on his back.
He's definitely
go
a better
get 40
floor general.
motherfucking points and make sure in this game 7, just like that last game 7, we gonna get this motherfucking W. And it's when it's as dire go. We ain't losing. We gonna die out here on this fucking court. Because Jokic was doing great shit on defense, doing great shit passing, but he was not scoring like Jokic scores. So what the fuck did Jamal Murray do? Went and made up that other 20 fucking points that he's used to getting.
Like, that tantrum works because they
I'm
both
just
fill
saying,
roles.
No, I'm just saying that
and
Jamal
Jokic
Murray
one of
is
those
a
players.
better basketball player than Kawhi Leonard in this playoffs. Period.
I mean,
from start to now.
Well, why stop there? I don't want to be prisoner of the moment. But I mean, he had a better high school career.
This nigga Jamal.
Let's go through it. Better high school career, better college career.
Yep.
Right, went to a big time.
Has played
college.
every single fucking game. If he was not hurt, he's been on that floor. Unlike Kawhi, who sits out every other game. He had the load management.
What
the fuck is that? LeBron don't.
We ain't
do
arguing
no
that. We ain't arguing that
management.
right now. We already know that's not what we about over here. But if you think about what I'm saying,
Kobe ain't never had no load management. Jordan had load management once because his motherfucking team made him do it.
So my point is staying back on just the Clippers and their malfunction. Is a lot of people, you hear cats in the media, dog, and like, I was tripping, man. I'm not gonna lie, because I was listening to cats that I grew up watching play ball and discuss ball and fancied their IQ, and I'm just like, man, what is the agenda behind pushing the Clippers over the Lakers with LeBron and them? And I start thinking, me, I start getting conspiratorial. And I start thinking like, oh, well, maybe it's because LeBron is about the empowerment. He empowers his people, his community. He made all of his friends around him that every other basketball player and pro athlete and rapper turned into an entourage. He turned them into successful individual businessmen.
No, you know what you
right?
should have said. He,
and built
instead
a
of
team.
entourage, entrepreneur.
And built a team. No, I'm just saying, like, that's what he did. He took a group of guys that typically everyone else would be like, oh, they're your crew, they're your entourage. That's why he took. That's why he took offense when Pat Riley referred to them as a posse, because he's like, no, we're shaking up the industry, homie, and we're bending the industry to our knees. Right? And we're making big power moves within the industry, legitimately. And I got guys like Maverick, and Rich Paul that are closing $250 million deals while I'm playing in the playoffs. Like, this is not predicated all just solely on LeBron. He put them in situations where their natural instincts and talent will take over. That's one part of it, right? And then you look at, okay, well, LeBron has been, to kind of go at what Chuck was saying, This cat LeBron has been the most scrutinized and publicized athlete in the history of this country. And it started at the age of about 14, right? I started reading about Bron when he was about 14. This kid had all the expectations of the world put on him. And he grew into a man with no scandals, no like real like missteps. I mean, all he did was come out and be exactly as good as the experts said that he could be. And what did he do with doing it? What did I say the other day? I was like, man, I hope these cats lose because they don't deserve to win because they cheated the process. If you ever played a sport and you start out hooping, you learn certain basic skill sets. And you watch the greats, they take their natural talent and their hard work and they compound those natural skill sets and those natural fundamentals of team building. LeBron said from day one that he wanted to get his teammates involved, that he wanted to be an all-around good player, and that's what he's become, and he's become one of the greatest to ever do it, if not the greatest. I fancy him to go personally. But it just goes to show you the media could take anybody and prop them up and put them next to another guy and say, oh, this is their equal. And if you're not careful, you'll fall for it. And I don't know if these cats in the media was just a part of an agenda, and that's why they were just kind of going off and saying that. Because look how easy all of them reverse it. It's so easy. And that's just a token. They'll build you up and tear you down.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
So here's my thing. Stop putting Kawhi Leonard in these conversations that he doesn't belong in. Kawhi Leonard doesn't belong in the greatest of all time conversation yet. Because
that should have sailed, nigga.
I mean, like I said, we don't know what the next years of his life is going to do. You know what I'm saying? But as of right now, he's not anywhere near the top 15.
Oh, you about to wall out.
Top 10 NBA players of all time.
Oh,
he's not in that conversation.
Not at all. No, of course not.
He's not in that. I was gonna say top 15,
but they was trying to push him this year as a top 5 all-time player.
No, how?
And that shit is just all ass.
Where does it even add up? Because if you even put him on pace with all the, let's say with all the points he's done over his career, if you keep adding that up, he ain't gonna be top. I don't think he's gonna be top 10 scorer.
Well, my thing
in
is
the
too,
league,
you don't have to be an extremely vocal leader in anything you do.
He's not a leader at all, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting to. You don't have to be an extremely vocal leader. There's different leadership styles. I understand that, but he's shown things to me that I'm on record. I've been saying this shit that like I don't feel like that he's that much of a leader. Like, you know, they scrutinize LeBron's body language, fam. Like if he throws you a great pass and you smoke the layup, the next day there's thousands of pictures and videos talking about people analyzing his body language and what he feels about that teammate, right? Man, you see Kawhi flailing, you know, mad. You know, he got caught saying like, "Oh, I didn't give up the ball for you to do that shit." Like he don't. You ain't never really seen him go encourage a teammate after a missed shot or try deliberately to get one of his shooters going. When Paul George was going through his slump, he left that nigga out to dry. It wasn't like he was out there shooting. No, this is my boy. I'll go to war with him.
So that might be a way that he's like Jordan. That might That's a Jordan comparison.
I mean, maybe right.
Maybe that's what they mean by he's like Jordan. That's a Jordan comparison. That's exactly what Jordan would do. They got gassed up because Kawhi Leonard has an older style game. Well, he plays like he's a '90s player because he's a mid-range and end type guy. He's a '90s. I know, but hold on, I know, but this is why those '90s heads. The niggas that played in the 90s loved him because it's like to them, if he's the best, that it proves that their style of play is superior than what LeBron and Steph Curry and all these cats play with the 3-ball to the layup line. You know, spaced out ball playing and movement. But LeBron James could play in the fucking 90s. Are we serious
we know
right
that.
now?
We know that.
You know,
AD could play in the 90s. Are we serious?
All these niggas could.
What I see in Kawhi is,
Rondo.
you know, his personality. You know, he seemed like one of those I just want to play type guy.
Is that because you?
But then again, we don't.
Is that because that's what they say about him?
No, because if he was, I just want to play.
Where's the low management coming from?
Right, that's what I'm saying. He'd play every game if he was. I just want to play ball.
You know who strikes me as a I just want to play type dude, and nobody give him credit for it? Kevin Durant. He has opinions. But Kevin Durant is a hooper's hooper. If you ever hooped, He's a gym
What
rat,
I'm saying-
ball rat hooper. Just lay
what
out
I'm
the ball,
saying is,
and I'm
as
hooping.
As far
And he's
as
in the top
being a
5
leader is
conversation.
concerned, as far as being a leader is concerned, you know, maybe Kawhi don't want to, you know, again, we don't know what he does, you know, behind the scenes, you know, that we can see, but I think his personality, from what I see from his personality,
Right.
I don't think he's one of those guys who just, you know,
I hear what
who
you're
might
saying.
even want to just take the leadership position. He just, you know,
I hear what
play,
you're saying.
or maybe, you know, just lead by example. Because the nigga don't seem to like.
Listen to me. Leaders are chosen, my friend. And when you get the max contract, and when you have a team that was already a playoff team, that already pushed a team that made it to the championship to 6 games with a young core, and they had all the draft picks of the future, and you step in because you were the finals MVP, and you make LeBron James level demands, and you say, yo, I'm that guy now, check this. I want you to go get my mans that just signed a max deal in Oklahoma. I want you to go get him out of that max deal and get him to the Clippers. If you do that, I'm coming to the Clippers. I want you. The reports are out there that his uncle was asking for. I want endorsement deals and everything. You never seen Kawhi in a fucking commercial. He signs with the Clippers. Now he got the shit. When the last time you seen a New Balance hoop commercial?
Never.
So that sounds kind of weird to me. That don't sound like the streets is calling for it. That sounds like some marketing dollars behind it and some political dollars. Okay, well, let's go. We're gonna push this guy. They want a superstar that don't got an opinion about police brutality. I'm not putting that on Kawhi and saying he's some kind of Uncle Tom or that he's not for the movement. But but if they can get a guy that's just gonna play basketball with his head down, put a hoodie on in a press conference and yes, no, barely answer questions, not articulate. That's what they want the representation of basketball players in America to be. They don't want these guys that are starting production companies while playing and competing for championships. Not doing endorsement deals with Nike, that's a given. But starting production media companies. You have 2 basketball players that are stars in this league that are active competition with ESPN, FS1, and all these other outlets. So it's starting to show in some of the coverage that a Kevin Durant gets and that a LeBron James gets versus some of these other guys. Paul George makes just as much money. Kawhi is getting money. When you got a shoe and they charging people for your sneaker and you doing commercials saying Kawhi's town and you got a keychain that got a crown on it making reference to LeBron. When they was talking about it, when they putting up billboards all over the city of Los Angeles, earned, not built, insinuating that LeBron is born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Get the fuck out of here. That boy from Akron, Ohio, nigga, right out the mud.
Came from not a damn
and he acts
thing.
like it. He moves like it. He empowers people. He ain't no hater. It ain't all about him. He knows, nigga, I can go for 50 if I want to, but let me get AD going. He's never been here before. Let me get AD right. Let me get, J.R. Smith is on the Lakers after what happened. That's all you need to know about Bron.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this.
No, you was putting some smut on the kid's name.
Here's the thing.
The GOAT's name. We don't like that.
Here's the thing. Like,
Yeah,
I wasn't on the LeBron train when LeBron first got in the league. Like,
ooh, that pee popped. Boy.
Yeah.
Hey, but you gotta pause shit like that, nigga.
Man, you need to figure
Somebody could chop that up.
Figure out where you gonna have your mic at.
Listen to me. Somebody could chop that up, and it's all bad for you. That's all I'm looking out for you.
Like, I ain't always been on the LeBron bandwagon. Not at all. The greatest of all time talks and all that shit. Like, I wasn't always with that at all. And I'm not a Jordan fan, but Jordan's still the GOAT. Not now.
Sneakers.
Hold on, not now. I'm just saying when this conversation was had back in the and then you know what I'm saying. You see, after you watch a motherfucker play ball for 17 years, and you seen the evolution, you seen him correct every mistake that any fucking sports analyst has ever said about him, and try to do it to the best he can, and is, you say, top 5 passer in the league to be 6'9".
He's gonna be all time.
So
top 5 all time.
I might not have been a LeBron. I'm still not even a LeBron fan like that, but I'm not a LeBron hater where I gotta give the nigga his respect. The nigga